There's a day when you get kajacked. I remember sometime when you were kajacked. And then one of the leaders saying that today we were not to kill because it will bring bad omen to us. And then the one who was already almost cutting, another one of the people we were with, just stopped. In fact, another one had the gun ready, almost to shoot, and just stopped. So each and every group has its norms, but these things change over time. In fact, there are times when something happens which is not in line with what they believe in, then that thing happens. But even these beliefs over time, they keep changing. In fact, even in the traditional churches, there are things that people believed and had very serious consequences. You went to school, you've heard these things. They say that there's a time when people believed that it is the sun that was going around the earth. You've heard that popular story.
Yeah.
And you know that the church refused and told this guy that, you see, you are trying to teach a new teaching in our church. So it took the church 300 years to accept that what this person was saying was true. And that's the time now they released the person. So there are certain things that are put at a particular time to uphold the beliefs that people have. They may not have any consequence, but they uphold and uphold certain values amongst the people. Probably at the time when maybe that circumcision was introduced, and maybe that mother may not understand. Maybe it reached a time people were moving around and there was a lot of sexual promiscuity. And of course, you know, once somebody has been circumcised, for you to get healed, it takes time. Maybe at that time, the young girls who were coming up at a particular time were feeling like they have the urge to try, you know. Then they say, like, when you circumcise them, it saves the whole society for a period of time. So over time, they pick on this thing, and they say that this is a very good thing for our society. It solved the problem then, but the solution for those problems may be different at this particular time. But the greatest consolation you have is that the two things that you have been threatened about is giving birth, and you have one of the things that you have been told that you cook to somebody, the person may die. You have a reverend who is in charge, you have cooked to the person is still alive. So you should have all the smiles and believe that what you believe in is not bad. So I think maybe what you need to do is talk more to this, and because of that respect that you have, to reduce the level of stigma that the lady has over you, because you cannot detach yourself from people who have supported you over time. Wewe kuwa huru. Just take the words of the reverend's wife, because in the first place, that's where you've been staying. That's where you've been living. Yeah. So if she has given you the assurance, that means it is a joint communication from both of them. Yeah. So you take it and be strong, so that you don't get worried about things that will put you down for no good reason. So you just go, get to your church, you love your church, have that love for the church. But then again, also trust what you have been told by your confidence. Of all the people around there, I'm very sure you trust the reverend's wife more than that other lady.
Yeah, of course.
Why are you worried about someone you don't trust much? Yeah. Talk with the reverend's wife. Try what you can. Let your mother and the reverend's wife talk. And then after that, we hear what happened. Kuna hata mashirika zingine ambayo huwa wanasaidia wasichana. Sana sana ziko sehemu za Meru. Wanachukua wasichana ikifika mwezi wa 8 hiyo ama Disemba, wenye wasichana wanatakikana waende huko. Yeah. Unajiunga nao, mnaenda mnajifundisha, unaambiwa maneno ya hayo vitu. Sasa ukitoka unakuwa na nguvu sana. Yeah. Sasa ujaribu uende kwa hao wengine wenye kijaribu tafute mama aende aongee na reverend, huyu bibi ya reverend na huyu mama. Alafu kama hiyo unafikiri unajasikia haijakutosheleza vizuri, unaweza kutafuta hao vikundi.
And I want to say this, even if you are a Mukolino and you are caught, the law will deal with you, not like a Mukolino, but like a law breaker. And there's nowhere the church will come in kukutetea, because the law will have followed its course. And we are here. The Bible also tells us as preachers that we should also teach people how to abide with the governing laws.
just to make your heart get out of it. Yeah.
Inaweza kuwa hard kwa vile I've told you. Unaona ukienda ku approach, okay, like my mom, unaona at least okay she's a bit fana reverend. Unajua ni kama vile tu bishop, siwezi enda tu lazima nipitie kwa hivyo, unaona. Sasa kienda kumwambia kitu direct itaonekana
si heshima kidogo.
Si heshima ile heshima anastahili.
Number one, the Bible says that we honor our parents. That is given because by honoring them, we have that commandment has got a promise. But on the other hand, in the book of Ephesians says that even the parents should not make their children ugly. And I think we can read from the book of Ephesians now. You know, many people just read the portion that favors the parents. There's another responsibility. Verse number 4 of Ephesians 6, chapter number 6 says, "And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord." So, if you are a parent out there, if you are a father out there, if you are a mother out there, the Bible is very categorical. You should not provoke your daughters and your sons. Furthermore, be a blessing to them and don't force them into things that they are not subscribing for. And actually, they are proscribed practices.
Hapewi. Kuna tuseme sasa not unless okay aende aongee na bibi ya reverend. Sasa ndio huyo bibi yake cause vile huyo mama aliniambia kamba staki, akaambia reverend Magena za kaa kwako aje na yeye ndiye kielelezo na ajanda go.
So I don't to speak here and kind of castigate her level, but allow me to speak this now with truth. It is not good. Actually, he should be the first one to reconcile this family. Because the Bible says in Matthew chapter number 5 that blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So Reverend, wherever you are, if you watch JBS, please note it from Reverend Timothy, and you are equal in the kingdom that you are not doing the right thing. Yes. To the parents now, please give peace to your daughter. Now he has seen the light. And I want to promise her, she will get a good husband. And even if they say no to officiating her marriage, I'm there. I'm licensed by the government. I'll come and join you.
Na Reverend, at first alishindwa kuni-approach kuniambia. He told his wife.
But there are some things that we must say no to, like female genital mutilation, FGM.
Sasa na umeongea naye tena mama Reverend tena, bibi ya Reverend. Umeongea naye. Have you talked to her
of late?
Sasa wewe utaangalia tu vile na utarudi huko tena.
Yeah, napenda church yangu sana.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good to have passion for everything. Anasemanga kama huna kitu yenye utataka kushikilia, hata kifo unasema hii ndio nimeshikilia, then haistahili uishi. Sasa wewe shikilia tu kanisa lako, lakini kile inatakikana kama mama anaweza kuongea na bibi ya Reverend, hiyo itakuwa ni mzuri. Alafu sasa waende waongee hivyo, na hiyo itakupea nguvu sana.
And you know, many people shy out from saying the truth because of fearing marginalization, and people may be thinking that you are not very firm in that faith.
That in the current world where we live today, that the worst thing that people used to fear was like HIV/AIDS, and you have heard about some people who have gone through it. Like people talk about another lady here called Asunta Wagura. Yeah. You know, she talked about it and went out public about it, and she's done so many things about it. So people meet her, they don't look at her again and say that one, because she was able to talk about it publicly. Yeah. So what happens is that for the beginning, you must be prepared with your own ammunitions also to fight back. And the fighting back is accepting that and call yourself that name. Yeah? You can even use the word, and like you said, the new generation of Kerego. Yeah. You say that even as we have the clubs of the Kerego. So if they want you to be the club of the Kerego, you go to the girls and say, like, let me sit with the young ones. That is where I belong, the Keregos. So you play them along with their line. And by the end of the day, they'll stop talking about you.
Na indo isi cianyu ambai muitige oya indo iria ituretwo kwa Ngai mundu ari na ta icio ndehotwo nari. Now let me say it now in English so that everybody else can understand. Okay, we have been called to stand up for Jesus as Wakorinos now, because I'm speaking as a Mokorino. Okay, when you have been called, there are some things that you have to leave behind, because the Bible says in the book of Galatians that our fight, and also in the book of Ephesians, it's not the carnal fight. And if at all we want to win, we must take the weaponry which is made of God.
FGM, it is not godly. It means it is not something that God is pleased about. Because why? This is something that is very much against. Because if you read Matthew 5:8, the Bible says that blessed are they who are pure in heart, because they shall see the Lord. About mutilation, we cannot see the Lord. And this cultural thing its time is passed away. Why? We should stop this FGM, this female genital mutilation.
However, for some, they think it's a necessity. But times have changed. Times have changed, and some of these cultural issues we have to let go and go with the times.
Whether practiced under culture or religion, female genital mutilation has indeed proved to be an outlawed practice. And it is our hope that as you watch this program, you have learned that indeed this is a barbaric behavior and act that must be stopped. Next week on Family Matters, we bring you the story of one girl by the name of Carol, and how the life that she went through made her turn suicidal. Until next time, I've been your host, Timothy Omondi. Goodbye and God bless you.
Kulikuwa na kifuniko kingine, sijui ilikuwa kitu inakaa damu. Mimi nikamwambia, akaniambia hiyo ni kuni. So yeye ako na nia yake. Ako na Kenya nataka sasa na mimi.